Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm filming the little introduction after I've actually filmed the practice because when I went to film this practice, I had no idea what I was going to do. I was originally thinking of going in one direction and it kind of just went in the complete opposite direction, which if you've ever been in my class in real life, that is very often what happens when I make a plan. I like to really kind of feel things out, and this is just how I felt today, so hopefully you enjoy it. It's a little bit of core work, kind of still really working into our breath. There are a few arm balances, so kind of taking those at your own pace, modifying when you need to. We work into our elephant trunk pose today. So if that's not necessarily in your practice, if you don't quite feel there, then just kind of stick with the few beginning exercises that we do, this opening the hips, working on the L-sit that we did, and kind of eventually in your own time building up into your elephant trunk pose. If you feel confident in that posture, then maybe move a little bit deeper, try something a little bit different. You can move from your elephant trunk to 8 angle and to infinity and beyond from there. It's your choice, your practice, making it as easy or as difficult as you want, as with every practice that we do. There's a few other arm balances as well, so again, if you want to take a little bit more time in those, feel free. Pause the video, take a little bit of extra time, completely up to you. We are going to start. We're actually just going to start sitting. We're going to do a little bit of breath work before we start our practice. We're going to work into a box breath. So a box breath, imagine like a square. So your inhale is going to be for a certain count. You're going to hold the inhale at the top for the same count. You're going to exhale for the same count. And then you're going to hold your exhale, that out breath, empty, for the same count. So think of, say we're inhaling for 4, holding the inhale for 4, exhaling for 4, and then holding at the bottom of our exhale for 4. We're going to move through that cycle a few times. So box breath is a really, really great way of learning how to lengthen your breath. So during our practice, having a long, steady breath is really, really important. It keeps us grounded, it keeps us present, it helps us to move through transitions, through stillness, and it's a great way to really teach your body and almost create that breath in muscle memory once you start to allow it to become almost part of your unconscious breath. You might notice that your breathing in your everyday life becomes a little bit longer. You might notice that you're breathing into your belly a little bit deeper. Breath is really important, not just because it keeps us alive, but it helps us kind of regulate our physical body, mentally, emotionally. Notice yourself when you're in a certain situation. How are you breathing? So doing a little bit of breath work, even just every day, can be really, really beneficial in a lot of different ways. So we will start with the box breath, and I think we will do count of 4. That's a good kind of place to start. So coming into a comfortable seat, placing the hands wherever is comfortable. So maybe just bringing the palms one on top of the other, on top of the feet. So you want to think of breathing into the deepest part of your belly. So just kind of, for the first few breaths, connecting the breath down a little deeper. So we're going to inhale and exhale from our nose the entire time. So we're going to inhale for a count of 4. We're going to hold our inhale for a count of 4. We're going to exhale for a count of 4. And then we're going to hold our exhale at the bottom. Empty breath for a count of 4. So 4, 4, 4, 4. Little square, little box. Nice and easy. So getting ready, take a cleansing breath in through the nose. And a big exhale from the mouth. And we'll begin. Inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold your inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. So hold at the bottom for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold here, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold at the bottom, 4, 3, 2, 1. One more like that. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold here, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So kind of continue your breath a little bit more normal. So you really want to lengthen the inhale, lengthen the exhale. Try and get it for that full count. If you can't quite add the extra time, to a hold at the top and the bottom. So we're going to do 3 rounds with 5, 5, 5, and 5. So inhale 5, hold for 5, exhale 5, hold for 5. Nice and easy. Again, if you can't quite do it for the full count, add on to the top and bottom. So take a regular breath in through the nose, close the eyes, exhale from the mouth. So nice and slow, inhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Last one. Inhale 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Exhale 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So just returning back to a normal inhale, exhale. See if you kind of kept any of that length, that space. And then when you're ready, slowly open the eyes, and then coming into a tabletop. So starting off with a warm-up for the wrists. So bring the fingertips out to the side so the heels of your hands face in together. And then just start really grounding into the tips of the fingers and then the knuckles on both hands. Just moving side to side. So whatever range of motion feels comfortable for you with your wrists. Maybe keeping a slight bend into the arms if that feels comfortable. And then we're going to start moving with circles. So you can tuck the toes. So keep that movement side to side, but just kind of incorporating the forwards and backwards as well. And then when you're ready, switch direction. Keeping that grounding into the tips of the fingers the whole time. And then we'll come back, hips over the knees, and then flip the fingertips back towards the knees. So the heels, the hands face forward. And we're going to move through our cat and cow like this. So you can take it again, that tiny little bend into the elbows. So your range of motion might be a little bit shorter, that's okay. Ground into the tips of the fingers again. And then moving with your breath. So as you inhale, draw the belly down. Chest comes through the hands. Look forward, lift the tailbone. Exhale, draw the chin to the chest. Belly button to spine, tuck the tailbone under. So just moving through cat and cow with your own breath. So you should feel a little stretch coming all the way from the inner parts of the wrists, working up into the creases of the elbows. And this is a good time to kind of find that connection with your breath as we just move through cat and cow. Really simple movements. Start to elongate them as you elongate your breath. Do 1 or 2 more. And then when you're ready, coming back to tabletop, Flip the fingertips back towards the front. And then we're going to come onto the tops of the hands. So the fingertips are going to face back towards the knees. So this one can feel quite intense. You're going to straighten your arms as much as you can. So if this feels quite intense, you can do one hand at a time. And again, just breathing all the way into the belly. Finding that connection. So you're moving that stretch to the front of the forearms this time. So all the way from those wrist creases up through kind of to the inner part of the elbow, but working through the front of the forearm. And then when you're ready, come back. Sit the hips back onto the heels. Interlace the fingers. Just do a few rounds one direction. So the wrist might feel a little bit tender. So that rolling just kind of feels really nice. And then we're going to flick the hands. It's almost like you're trying to get water off the tips of the fingers. Just kind of doing that as quickly as you can. Starting to engage into those little stabilizer muscles, into the fingertips, into the wrists, into the front of the forearms. And keep doing that just for another few breaths. And give the hands a little shake. Maybe a few rolls again. Whatever feels comfortable. Kind of have a little routine that I do. You might have something similar. You can kind of build one up on your own. And then when you're ready, come back into tabletop. Tuck the toes. And then take the knees just an inch or two away from the mat. Come to a floating tabletop. So again, find that grounding into the tips of our fingers, just like we did a regular tabletop. Bring the belly button back towards the spine. Press the ground away so you're drawing the chest away from the mat. You're trying to keep the knees as close as you can. So really lifting up through the heels. And while you lift them up, think of pressing them back at the same time. So that'll engage the fronts of the legs a little bit more. Take a big breath in. And on that exhale, send the hips high, downward facing dog. So I'm going to readjust yourself, make your stance wider, more narrow if you need to. First few breaths, a little bit of free movement, pedal the feet, hips move side to side. Anything that feels good here, just to start to lengthen the hamstrings, the backs of the calves. And start to settle into a little bit of stillness. Find again that grounding into the tips of the fingers. Allow that to really lengthen the arms all the way from the creases of the wrists up through the elbows, in through the biceps, the triceps, into the shoulders. And then let that length through the arms carry through the back part of your body. So lengthening through the spine, sending the hips nice and high as you lengthen the sides of the body at the same time. And then maybe the heels touch. So if you can touch your heels down towards the mat, maybe you don't the first down dog, that's okay. But if you can, lift your toes away from the mat. Just kind of intensifying that stretch a little bit more through the backs of the legs. Beautiful. The toes are lifted, bring them back down to the mat. Bend the knees nice and low, drawing the hips back towards the heels. And then come forward to a high plank. Do that a few times, downward facing dog. So again, bend the knees, lift the heels, bring the sit bones back towards the heels. High plank, press forward. So see if you can bring the shoulders past the wrists. Downward facing dog. Bend the knees, lift the heels. High plank, shoulders come even way past the wrists, come high into the tippy toes. Do one more like that. Down dog. Bend the knees, lift the heels. High plank, shift the weight forward, inhale. Chaturanga, exhale, bend the elbows. Inhale, up dog. Take a breath here. Maybe a few little sway side to side, kind of bringing more weight into one hand. Bring the weight into the other hand. Take a look over that right shoulder, turn the heels to the left. And then look over the left shoulder. Turn the heels to the right. Inhale, come back to center, ground back into the tips of the fingers. Chest up, look up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath here. On your next in-breath, look forward, lift the heels. Exhale, bend the knees, 1 foot at a time, step forward. Inhale, halfway, long spine, so shoulders back. Exhale, fold forward. Maybe bend into the knees as much as you need to. Inhale, halfway, long spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale to rise, mountain pose. So keep that bend. Reach the arms up overhead. Look up. Palms might touch. Hands to the heart, Samasthiti. So take a breath here. Close down the eyes. Find equal weight into both feet. Think of standing up nice and tall, shoulders over the hips. Find length out through the crown of the head. And then feel that breath moving all the way down to the belly. Every inhale and exhale, finding that same space, that same length. We'll start to move. Using your breath, inhale, chair pose, bend the knees, arms reach up. Exhale, sink a little bit deeper. So really drawing in that weight into the back of the heels. Bring the arms forward so they're about shoulder height. Lift the heels, come onto the balls of the feet so belly button connects back towards the back of the spine. And then as slowly as you can, draw the hips down towards the heels. If we'll stay here. Bring the heels down to the mat. Widen the knees, bow pose, Navasana, lift the legs. Arms reach forward. So pointing out through the toes, bring the chest forward towards the knees draw back towards the chest. Beautiful, inhale here. Exhale. Hands come down, so fingertips face in the direction of your toes. Bring the feet down about hip distance apart. On your next in-breath, lift the hips, reverse tabletop. So draw the chest up, look to the ceiling, squeeze the glutes. This time as we exhale, ground into the tips of the fingers. Swing the hips back between the hands. You come onto the heels, bring the chin to the chest. Inhale, reverse tabletop, open the chest. Exhale, that modified L-sit, so hips swing back in between the hands, chin to chest. 2 more. Inhale. Reverse tabletop. Exhale. Really ground into the tips of the fingers. 1 more. Inhale. Exhale. Wonderful. Sit down here. Bring the legs back together. Inhale. Arms reach up overhead. Exhale. Fold forward. Reach towards the toes. So staying a little bit more active, staying upright. Keep reaching out through the fingers. Drawing along with the spine, bring the chest forward towards the toes. Inhale. And exhale. Hands might grab the feet. Elbows might connect onto the shins. Round the spine. Come back up. And just adjust yourself. Bring the hips forward. Back to bow pose. Lift the legs, lift the feet. Arms come forward. Inhale. Exhale, lower halfway. Inhale, inhale to lift. Exhale, halfway. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more inhale. Exhale, come all the way down. Bring the knees into the chest. Coming to happy baby. Reach in between the legs. Grab hold of the pinky toe edge of the feet. Draw the knees to the armpits, feet to the ceiling. Feet little rocks. Just side to side. From here, keep that right knee in towards the armpit. Extend that left leg long. We'll do a little bit of hip work. So left hand comes onto the left hip. From here, left hand is not going to come on the left hip yet. So left hand grabs hold of that right foot. You're going to straighten that right leg just slightly. Stay towards that kind of half happy baby. And then reach with that right arm. Lift up. Lift the head, neck, and shoulders. Reach to the inside. So almost like you're trying to connect that right shoulder to the inside of the right knee. And then grab again the pinky toe edge of that right foot. Point the right toe. And then from here, left hand comes nice and wide to the side. Tent up onto the tips of the fingers. So we've done this in another video before. And then with that left leg, nice big circles. So you're keeping the head, the neck, the shoulders lifted the whole time. The bigger the circles, the better, working into the hips. And then switch directions. Wonderful. Lift that leg up nice and high towards the ceiling. Bring it to hover. And then reach that left arm forward. So you're trying to draw that right knee down, point the toes. Reach forward through the left fingertip. Draw the belly button back towards the spine. Keep breathing all the way down to the deepest part of the belly. Take 3 more breaths. Keep lifting, see if you can come a little bit higher. 1 more. And with that exhale, come all the way down. Switch the leg. So right leg extends long. So left hand has hold that left foot. And then reach up, lift the head, neck, and shoulders. Right hand grabs that left foot. Straighten the leg just slightly, just to start. And then reach up so that left shoulder tries to connect to the inside of that left knee. Point the toes, draw the hip back towards the heel. Right hand comes out to the side just for balance. And then again, nice big circles here. Switch directions. Lift that right leg nice and high, and then leave it to hover on your mat. Reach the right arm forward, almost like you're trying to touch that right knee. Try to draw that left knee back. Bring the belly button back towards the spine. Keep breathing into the deepest parts of the belly. Keep pointing the toes. 2 more breaths. And release. Knees into the chest. Feet little side to sides. Grab hold of the backs of the thighs. And then just 1 or 2 rocks. Up and down. Get a little bit of momentum. And then downward facing dog. Beautiful. So again, drawing the heels down towards the mat. If the heels are down, lift the toes. Keep finding that length, grab to the tips of the fingers. On your next inhale, look forward, lift the heels, come forward to a high plank. So shoulders come over the wrists. Lifting the heels nice and high, grounding again into the tips of the fingers is kind of a theme this class. And then lift that right leg, inhale. Exhale, right knee connects to the right elbow. So keep it here, keep rounding into the spine. Drawing the right heel in towards the hips, take 2 deep breaths. Last one. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, you're going to send back to down dog and then cross that right leg in front of the left. So down dog, right leg in front of the left. Feet are kind of touching. They might not, that's okay. So take a breath here again, seeing if you can draw the heels down towards the mat. On your next inhale, lift the left leg high. As you exhale, step that left foot between the hands. Inhale, low with the hips, look forward. As you exhale, lift that right leg, almost like you're coming towards standing splits. Pointing up with the toe. Cross that right leg behind the left this time. And then walk the hands over towards the left side of your mat. So you should feel really nice stretch in the back of that right leg. Beautiful, come back to center. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, step back. Crescent lunge. Inhale, reach the arms up. Lift that right heel. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, reverse warrior. Left arm comes high. Exhale, skandasana to the back. Bend that right knee, hands come to the heart. So lift the left toes, lift the left knee, and then open the arms. Right arm comes wide. Left arm lifts high. Goddess pose just for a breath. Inhale to the center, toes out, heels in. Exhale, turn to the front. High plank, step back. Inhale here. Exhale. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, left knee to left elbow. So again, you're staying here, trying to connect the two. Draw the left heel to the hip. Take 2 deep breaths. Last one, inhale. Exhale, down dog. Cross that left leg in front of the right. So adjust the feet if you need to. Drawing the heels down towards the mat. They might not touch, that's okay. Finding that length through the spine, through the arms. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, step between the hands. Inhale, bend into that knee low with the hip. Exhale, come towards that standing splits. Walk the hands forward, lift that left leg. Cross the left leg and behind the right. And then walk the hands over to the right side of your mat. So you might have a little bend into that right knee, that's okay. Feeling that stretch through that left side of the leg, or left leg. Hands go back to center. Inhale, lift the left leg. Exhale, step it back. Crescent lunge. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Right arm reaches high. Exhale, skandasana to the back. Bend that left knee. So lift the right toes, lift the right knee. And then open the arms. Left arm down, right arm high. Goddess just for a breath. Inhale, toes out, heels in, reach the arm. Exhale, come forward, hands to mat. Step back. High plank, inhale, shift the weight forward. Chaturanga, exhale. Inhale, up dog. Downward facing dog with that exhale. Inhale, look forward. Lift the heel. Exhale, bend the knees, step forward. Come to the top. Inhale, halfway, long spine. Exhale to fold. Mountain pose, inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, Samasthiti, hands to heart. Chair pose, bend the knees. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands come to the heart. Inhale to lengthen out. Exhale, twist to the right. So left elbow comes onto that right leg. And then press the palms together to open the chest. Draw that right side of the body over top the left. Keep long with the spine. Bring the weight back into the heels. Maybe look up if that's comfortable. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, hands back to the heart. So stay low with the hip. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, twist to the left. So right elbow onto that left leg and press the palms together. Open the chest. Stay long with the spine. Bring that left side body to stack over the right. Keep breathing all the way into the belly. Inhale. Chair pose. Hands reach forward. Lift the heels. Come onto the balls of the feet. And then as slow as you can. Hips just kind of hover above the heels. Lower the heels down. Wind the knees, both pose. Lift the legs. Point the toes forward. Take an inhale here. Exhale. Hands come down again under the shoulders, finger face forward. Feet onto the mat. Inhale. Reverse tabletop. Send the hips high. Exhale, come into that modified L sit. So swing the hips back between the hands, chin to chest. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, so take your time. 2 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale. 1 more, inhale. Exhale. Sit the hips all the way down. Bring the legs back together. Inhale, reach up. Flex the feet. Exhale, fold forward. See if you can reach the hands or the fingertips a little bit further this time. See if you have a little bit more length. Take an inhale. With that exhale, let the hands grab hold, feet, maybe ankles or calves, and then around the spine. Inhale to lengthen. And exhale. Wonderful. Bring the hands back. Boat pose. Lift the feet. Hands reach forward, inhale. Exhale, lower halfway. Inhale to lift. Exhale. 1 more inhale. Exhale. Come all the way down. Knees to the chest. Take a few little rocks. Forwards and backwards. Next time you're up. Downward facing dog. Wonderful. Take a breath. Inhale, look forward, lift the heels, high plank. Stay here, inhale. Exhale. Inhale, right heel lift. Exhale, right knee to right elbow. Again, connect the two, point the right toes. Inhale here. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, step back. Down dog, so right leg crosses in front of the left. Lift the left heel. Inhale, left leg high. Knee to nose, exhale. Inhale to lift. Knee to nose. One more inhale. With that exhale, step between the hands. Inhale, bend the knee, low hip. Exhale, standing splits, lift the right leg. Bring the right leg to cross behind the left. Walk the hands over towards the left side. Take a breath here. So option here, come into a variation of crow, but the feet are crossed. So hands come down. So you might need to walk a little bit further back. Hands come down, lift the heels. So the knees come onto the triceps. So the ankles are crossed. And then one foot at a time. This kind of helps lift the heels away from the mat. Feet are crossed. Come back down. Straighten the leg. Inhale, right leg lifts high. Exhale, step back. Crescent lunge. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, the side angle. Left forearm either onto the left thigh or the fingertips come down towards the mat. And then extend that right leg arm long. So bicep along the ear. So make sure you're not around it. You want to make sure the left side body, the right side body are nice and long. You're opening the chest. And then from here, Skandasana to the back. So swing that right hand down, bend the right knee, hands to heart. Open the arms, right fingertips down, left arm high. Goddess pose, come to the center. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, sink a little bit deeper. From here, you're going to bring your weight into your left leg. Hands come to heart. As you give that right leg a few little hops, come to tree pose. So I like to just keep my toes of this leg, the right leg, onto the left. Works that right leg a little bit more. If you want, you can bring the full sole of the foot. Inhale, arms reach up overhead. Find a little lean, right hand comes down to that right knee. And then lean up and over towards the right side. Little bit extra balance. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, hands to heart. Goddess pose, so take your time. Step that right foot wide. Inhale. Exhale, hands come down. Chaturanga, one breath. Inhale, up dog. Downward facing dog with that exhale. Inhale, come forward, high plank. Exhale, stay here. Left leg lifts, inhale. Exhale, left knee, left elbow. Point the left toe, stay here, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, down dog, cross the left leg in front of the right. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale. Knee to nose. One more inhale. With that exhale, step between the hands. Inhale, bend into that right knee, low hip. Exhale, standing splits. Walk the hands forward, lift the left leg. Cross that left leg behind the right. And then walk the hands over towards the left side. So again, option here, come into that modified crow or come into regular crow. So hands come down. You're going to widen the knees. The feet are going to stay crossed. Bring the weight forward. And then maybe just lifting the feet so the ankles are crossed. Come back down. Straighten into the legs. Inhale, left leg high. Standing splits. Exhale, step back. Crescent lunge. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Side angle with that exhale. So right forearm either comes to the right thigh or the fingertips can come down towards the mat. Sweep that left arm forward. So you're opening with that right hip again. Make sure you're not down. You want to open, lengthen the right side, lengthen the left side. Breathing deep here. And then Skandasana. So swing that left hand over to the left. Hands to heart. And then open the arms. Left fingertips down, right arm high. Goddess pose. Inhale, come to center, arms reach up. Exhale, sink a little bit deeper. So weight comes into the right leg this time. Hands to heart. And then send that left leg, give it a little slide or a few hops if you need to, into tree pose. So tall with the spine. Then you're lifting up through the crown of the head. And then arms reach up overhead. Find that little lean. So left hand comes onto the left knee. Reach up and over with that right arm. So maybe send the right hip over to the right. Arms come back up. Hands to heart. Inhale, big step out with that left foot. Goddess pose, reach up, inhale. Exhale, hands down, come forward. Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Downward facing dog with your exhale. 3 deep breaths. You're gonna lift the heels touch. Lift the toes for those 3 breaths. Last one. Inhale, look forward, lift the heels. Bend the knees, step forward. Inhale, halfway, long spine. Exhale, fold forward. Mountain pose, inhale, arms up. Samasthiti, hands to heart. Chair pose. Inhale, bend the knees. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, twist to the right. Left elbow to right leg. Open the arms, open the chest. Stay here for a few breaths. Or option to take your side crow. So if you want to come into side crow, you're going to lift the heels, come onto the balls of the feet. Sink the hips down to the heels. Whew. Bring the hands down. So you want the hands to come in front of the shoulders so you have space to move to. Ground again into the tips of the fingers. You're going to shift your weight forward, keeping the hips nice and high. And then you're going to bend your elbows like you would for chaturanga to lift the hips, lift the heels. Beautiful. Come back down. Chair pose. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale to lengthen. Twist to the left. Right elbow to that left leg. So again, option to stay here or come into that side crow on the other side. Lift the heels. Sink the hips down. And then adjust yourself on your mat if you need to. So bring that right elbow to the inside of that left knee. Hands come more forward to the shoulders. Send the gaze more forward. Shifting the weight forward. I know it's a lot of forward. And then lift the heels. Bend the elbows like chaturanga. When you're ready, come back down. Chair pose. Inhale. Hands come forward. Lift the heels, come onto the balls of the feet. And then as slowly as you can. Bring the heels down. Boat pose. Legs lift, arms forward. Inhale here. Exhale. Hands come down under the hips or under the shoulders. Feet down. Inhale, reverse tabletop. Exhale, L-sit. Little modified, keep the heels down. Inhale to lift. Exhale. Move with your own breath. 2 more, inhale. Exhale. 1 more, inhale. Exhale. Sit the hips down. Ooh, legs come together. Inhale, arms up, flex the feet. Exhale, reach forward. So again, every time you might feel like the hands go further past the feet. Grab hold. Inhale to lengthen. And then exhale, fold. So for this one, I'm just grabbing hold of the soles of the feet. I'm pulling my toes back so my heels come forward. So I'm trying to lengthen my hamstrings even more. So do this only if you feel comfortable. Come back up. Readjust yourself if you need to. Boat pose. Lift the knees, lift the feet, arms forward, inhale. Exhale, lower halfway. Inhale. Exhale. One more inhale. Exhale, come all the way down. Bend the knees. Crossing that right ankle over the left. Flex that right foot. Reach that and draw the left knee, or the left leg in towards the chest. And then you can reach through, grab hold of the left shin, maybe the back of the thigh, whichever one's more comfortable. Relax the head, neck, and shoulders on the mat. Flex into that right foot. So if you want, you can keep the left hand where it is. Use that right hand really gently. Open the right knee. Take a breath here. And then we're just going to switch to the other side. Left ankle over right. Flex the foot. Draw that right knee in first. And then reach through that little window. You can do the same thing on this side. Grab the back of the thigh, maybe the shin, front of the knee. Flex the left foot. Right hand can stay where it is. Left hand, again, really gently. You're not moving anywhere past the range of motion of your hip. You're just kind of helping it into a space that it might not be able to get to on its own. So if anything feels uncomfortable, back off a little bit. Take another breath. And when you're ready, come up to sit. So we're going to do something really similar. We're just going to be upright and sitting this time. So extend both legs straight out in front. Bend that right knee. So right hand grabs the right knee. Left hand grabs the sole of the left or the right foot. And then you're just going to lift the knee. So it's almost like a 90-degree angle. The sole of the foot is facing forward. Right hand switches to the underside of that right knee to externally rotate that right leg. So you're not just yanking. Again, you're moving the whole leg from the foot to the knee to the hip, all in one piece. And then from here, just take a few rocks side to side. So you can switch the grip from here if you want. You can bring that right shin into the creases of the elbows. Palms face back towards the chest. You just want to make sure that your chest is nice and tall. You can do the same thing, or you can do the cradle. So right foot comes into that left elbow crease, right knee into the right. And then same thing, it's just kind of different degrees of compression with the right hip. So this just brings the shin a little bit closer to the chest, goes deeper into the hip joint, getting off going further than your body wants. Wonderful. Bring that right foot back towards the right hip. So I like to give my hip a lot of space. So I like to bring it further out. I like to actually kind of turn my toes out as well. So you can readjust your leg as needed here. Flex the left foot. Inhale, reach the arms up. As you exhale, reach forward. So you're nice and long here. Inhale, reach the arm of the right arm a little further forward. Flip the hand so the thumb faces down, and then find a half bind. So left hand can grab hold of that left foot. If you're comfortable here, maybe the left hand reaches back. My mic's in the way. And you can grab a full bind. So again, that's why I like to kind of readjust my right foot a little bit to give my hip a little bit of space. Kind of do the same for yourself. Trying to draw the chest down. Again, keeping the spine nice and long. Oh, from here, coming back. So we're going to come into elephant trunk pose from here. So a really good way to do this if you're new to it is with a block. So I'll go grab one. So if you don't have a block, books, anything that gives you a little bit of height away from your mat. So I'm going to start with the left side, or the right side rather. So your left heel is going to come up onto the block, just so that you can readjust it if you need to, just so that you can get that sensation of feeling kind of that left leg lifted, and only really working on lifting the hips. So we're going to come into that same kind of position we came into when we're moving the leg. So right hand, left hand grabs the right foot. And then from here, a little bit different. That left hand's going to stay where it is. Right hand's going to come under. This time you're going to grab hold of the calf. And you're going to draw that knee back. So as much as you can. So again, you're not forcing anything. You're moving into that range of motion you already have. Right hand comes underneath the right shoulder. So you want to squeeze that right leg in towards that right arm. Point the toes, hug the heel to the hips. Once you find that connection, left hand comes under left shoulder. And then we're going to lift the hips. So it's really similar to that L sit. Draw the chin to the chest, lift up, and then come back down. Beautiful. So that might have been a challenge all on its own, maybe. And when you're bringing that right leg up, you want to try and get as high up that right arm as you can. Really anywhere above the elbow, because you're going to have a little bend into that right arm. Really squeeze it in, press that right arm back out. Give it a few tries if you need to. If you're not quite there yet of bringing the arm, that's fine. You can always just do modified, bring down, lifting the hips, or just keep doing the L sit like we were, working on opening the hips. So give it a try without the block this time. Same little setup, drawing that right leg up onto that right arm. Get as high as you can get it. Right hand comes down, squeeze that right arm in, lift the hips first. And then lift that right or left leg. Breathing here. Holding it for as long as you can. It's tough. And then moving it into any variations after that if you're feeling particularly ambitious with your arm balances. I am not today. And then we're going to come to the other side, just that warm up. So right leg out. Left hand grabs the left knee, right hand the left foot. Find that 90-degree angle with that left leg. Flexing the toes the whole time. And then right or left hand comes to the underside of the left knee. And then find that external rotation. So again, you're moving the whole left leg as one piece. You're not yanking the knee, you're not yanking the foot. You're moving from the hip joint. And that's why you have kind of a stabilizing hand on the foot and on the knee. Do a few side to sides. Change the kind of position with the arms if you need to. One side might be a little bit different than the other. My left side is quite a bit tighter than my right. And then you can always do the cradle as well. So again, you just want to make sure that you're sitting up nice and tall. You're not rounding. Nice and tall. Nice and open. Breathing deep. And then again, you can stop at any point. You don't have to go into the arm balance. Maybe give it a try. If it's something you're new to, maybe just kind of work into it, building strength, opening the hips. And then bring that left foot down. Again, adjusting the feet as you need to. Again, I like to turn my toes out just slightly. Gives me more space in my hips. Ground into that left heel. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, reaching forward. So as you inhale, that left arm reaches even further. Flip the hand so the thumb base is down. And then find a half bind to start. So you might stay here. Right hand might grab the right foot. Maybe you stay here for a few breaths. And then if you want, right hand is going to reach around. We might find a full bind. So working on opening the chest, opening the hips. So you're trying to draw the chest down towards that right knee. You could be at a different stage than me. You could be going further, maybe a little bit higher. Again, just working into whatever space you have in your body. And then slowly coming back up. Release the hands. And then again, we're going to work into our angle pose here. Not angle, elephant pose. So again, we're going to start with the foot up on a block. I find that it's a really nice way just to feel in your body how you can lift your hips. So lifting your hips, and then to lift the foot, you almost want to bring your weight back a little bit. We'll kind of work into that a little bit. So right hand grabs the left foot. You're going to lift that left foot. Left hand grabs hold of that left calf, and you're going to draw that leg back. Again, don't push anything past any point that feels uncomfortable. So once you get it up, squeeze that left leg into that left arm, hug it in, Right hand under the hip, and then lift up. So if it feels comfortable, flex the right foot, point it, doesn't matter. And then sit the hips down. So to bring the hips up, we almost want to shift our weight forward. So very similar to our outside again, we're bringing our weight forward, bring our chin to our chest. And now, maybe give it a try with no block. So setting up again, see me. Right hand grabs that left leg. Draw that left leg up. Left hand, I like to grab anywhere from between my calf to my ankle, depending on how open my hips feel. Left hand comes down. Get a little bend into that left arm just to start. Point the toes, hug the arm. Right hand under the right shoulder. Lift the hips, weight comes forward. And then to lift that right leg, we must want to bring our weight back. Breathe here. Don't hold your breath. And then come down. So from here, come all the way down. Do a nice little twist. Just gonna start, bring these to the chest. Do you feel a little side to side? Hands can come overhead if that feels comfortable. So at any point for those balances with the arms, again, modifying when you need to. Don't push your body any further than it wants. Use the block the whole time if you need to. Or maybe if you can't quite get that top leg onto the arm, that's fine. Just work on an L sit and work on those kind of base hip openers that we were doing. Cradling the leg, moving side to side. So working on finding that space in our bodies and then using that space to work into a bit of strength at the same time. Bring the feet down to the mat. Move the hips a few inches over to the left. And then bring the knees to the right. Close down the eyes. Bring the knees back. Bring the hips back. And then move to the other side. Hips to the right. Knees over to the left. Bring the hips back. Take the knees into the chest. Arms around the legs. Give yourself a nice big hug, a big squeeze. And then open the arms. Open the legs. Coming to Shavasana. Maybe placing the hands on top of the belly. Whatever feels comfortable. Maybe the arms coming nice and wide. Closing down the eyes. So notice how the body feels a little bit differently, maybe physically, mentally, emotionally, even energetically from the beginning of your practice to the end. Notice how moving with your breath, moving a little bit slower, moving a bit more consciously with the body can still create that fire from the inside out. Taking as much time as you need here. Adding any props, any layers you might want or need. And when you feel like getting up and moving, taking an extra 5 to 8 breaths, really taking that extra time for yourself at the end of your practice in your Shavasana or whatever position you choose to take at the end. Really allowing the body to soak up all the length, all the space, all the breath that you created through your practice. Enjoying the rest of your day, your week, your weekend, wherever you are. And hope you enjoyed your practice.